Well, welcome to Kahului Hongwanji Buddhist Temple's online Sunday YouTube service. This video is for today for March 21st, 2021. So our service will just be our regular family service today, and we've already begun with the kancho, the ringing of the temple bell, and now we will have the chanting of the Vandana and Tisarana, praising the Buddha and taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. After that, we will have the sutra chanting, Gasho to Amida, and then the golden chain of love. We will recite that. After that, I will share a Dharma message with you, and then we will have the metta, or the loving kindness meditation, followed by the singing of the Nimbutsu, and then some closing words. So I'm glad that you all are able to join with us again today, and let's put our hands together in Gasho as we begin our service. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Tassa. This is the truth unchanging,
to Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds, their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nimbutsu. I gasho to Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho to Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho to Amida. Nimbutsu in work and play, every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light, I gasho to Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho to Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho to Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho to Amida. Namandabu, 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 Namandabu. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
Golden Chain of Love. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Please join me with your hands together as I read to you a poem by the late Kenru Tsuji. Listen. Listen to the voice of the Dharma. Listen to the birds singing in the morning, the wind sighing in the boughs overhead, and the roar of the waves on the beach. Listen to the rain on the roof and the snow falling in the fields. The Dharma speaks to us through the sounds of the world, forcefully and eloquently and beautifully. It speaks of the unending change around us, the immutable truth of interdependence, and the peace in nature. Do we have the ears to hear and listen? Listen to the Nimbutsu in the Hondo. Listen to the noble silence of the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Well, welcome once again, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this video. I'd like to share some thoughts about the Buddha's teaching with you today. I want to reflect a little on the idea of home. Most of us understand what it means to have a home, a place we feel that we can truly be ourselves, a place where we know we need to return when life and its turmoil take us somewhere far away. Home is where you belong, where I belong. It's not really a place, it's the place where I am surrounded by the nurturing presence of those I love, those who I know love me. It is wherever I am accepted and appreciated, and where I can accept and appreciate everyone around me. Home is not just where I live, it is my origin. Home is where I begin. It is the focus of my life, the core of all the community amongst which I live. Not only my family, but all of my friends and everyone with whom I work and struggle, for whom I strive to maintain a fair and just community, and where we all share the blessings of life that have been bestowed upon us all equally. A home is not a house, though of course many homes exist within houses or alongside houses. A house is a structure. It can be a beautiful structure, or ugly, or any degree in between. It can be a place to which I am sentimentally attached, or one I want to get away from, or merely a place where I just go to eat and sleep. A house is a vessel, but home transcends the house it is contained by. Your house is located at such and such an address, but your home comprises not only your own house, but the houses of all your family members, all your friends, and in fact, really everyone. It encompasses the places where you work and where you shop, where you meet people, and where you go to church. All of that is part of your home. And all of that embraces and supports you and allows you to grow into who you really are, into your true self. People used to know the difference between a house and a home, but I notice lately that these two very distinct things often are confused. I think clever real estate agents are partly responsible for this. When people are looking to buy a house, real estate agents will say, "I have the perfect home for you," or "Isn't this a lovely home?" or "I can get you this home at a good price." But a house is not a home. Because we live in a time where the things we can own and buy have taken the place of real things, like friendship, warmth, and community, we have all become confused and think that a house is a home. But it's not. Actually, we can own a house, but a home cannot be owned. Home belongs to everyone, because in a true home, everyone is always welcome. Unlike a house, a home is something that we carry with us wherever we go. If we don't have a home, we can make one right now. Any act of kindness to another being can be the foundation of a true home. Take care of someone who is sick, feed someone who is hungry. Then a home has begun to be built. A home has been called into existence. This kind of home is always with you, even when you don't have a house. A home is something that we bring to a house, or that we build within its walls. Within your home you can find joy and peace and meaning in life, even when you don't have a house. But if you own a dozen houses and have forgotten to build a home for yourself and for those you love, then there can be nothing but emptiness within all the walls of those houses, even if they are gilded palaces filled with limitless treasure. Without home, without a spiritual realm of love and acceptance and kindness in which to dwell and share and appreciate our lives, there can be only desire, despair, and conflict in our hearts. Those who have more houses than they need may never be able to experience the joy of being home until they share what they have with others. Because we have built a world so attached to consuming and owning stuff, and because we are so addicted to acquiring wealth and power, we have created terrible injustice and done irreparable damage to our communities and to our environment. As a result, our way of life has ironically made countless people homeless. We call them homeless, actually, but of course we mean houseless. We mean that lots of people cannot support themselves and have to somehow live on the street. To say homeless reveals our belief that a house is already a home, that someone who can't afford a house cannot be part of a home. But the problem of houselessness is something that the people in a society can fix if they want to. Maybe the trouble is we are all a bit homeless ourselves, lost and sinking in the sea of our own problems and troubles, and thus unable to care much about others. Actually, though many of us still have houses to live in, we have created a kind of homeless world for ourselves and for everyone, where everybody feels alienated and alone. How can we find our way back home from that? I think that Buddhism offers us a way. The path of Buddhism is a process of returning, or rather of being returned, to the present moment, the true reality of life, which exists right now, right here, for everyone. It is called by many names: nirvana, pure land, interdependence, dharma, many names. It is always there, but we need to be woken up to see the life that we are always receiving. And then we need to live our whole lives listening and reflecting so that we can begin to appreciate, maybe appreciate anew every day, the profound significance of our living. We have to wake up to the gift of life, to treasure it, and to realize that what we are always receiving must be passed on and shared with others. It is always flowing anyway. Gratitude and sharing, that's how we make our lives a home. That's how we heal the world. Shakyamuni Buddha established a way of life in which monks, the early Buddhism, original Buddhism, monks lived not in temples, but as homeless wanderers in order to walk the path of the Buddhist path fully. By being homeless, by giving up having a house to live in, so they were really houseless, they became more keenly and deeply aware that their home was all around them. So if they were living in the forest, that the forest was their home. Wherever the Buddha's teaching could be heard and lived, that was their home. Now, of course, we can't live, very seldom people choose to live that way, and there aren't many places where you can easily do that. Although, of course, as I said, there's an awful lot of homelessness or houselessness in our society, but that's a little different. And it's something, I think, though, that when we are truly living the Dharma, truly walking the Buddhist path, we have let go of our attachment to our things, to our houses, so we've become homeless to find our true home. At the beginning, I read the poem by Reverend Kenru Tsuji, Let me read the beginning of it again. He said, listen to the voice of the Dharma. Listen to the birds singing in the morning, the wind sighing in the boughs overhead, and the roar of the waves on the beach. Listen to the rain on the roof and the snow falling in the fields. So the Dharma is reality. It could be, sutras written in a book, but it's also everything. It's the birds singing. It's the wind sighing in the trees. It's the roar of the waves. It's everything we hear around us, and especially, it's the voices of those around us, the people around us, the living beings around us who maybe are happy or telling us, or have troubles, telling us their problems, or suffering, or hungry, or in need. Listening to all of that, that's the Dharma. We have to hear that, listen, and we have to reflect and respond. When we listen, we become aware of what this life really is, to appreciate the beauty of this earth as it is, and the infinite compassion that it is always being expressed for us. When we listen to the Dharma, we can begin to return home. It's a long journey. The world we live in has been damaged so badly that we have an immense task in front of us to restore our home. Nevertheless, we're already here. Through the calling voice of the Buddha, Namo Amida Butsu, we can begin to see what is really essential and true and precious in each moment of life, and thus find our way back to our true home. Thank you very much for listening today, and I hope you will reflect on these thoughts and throughout the rest of the week, and think about what your home really is to you, how you treat one another within your home, who belongs in your home. So please join me together now with hands together as we recite the Nimbutsu to conclude these reflections. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo.
Namo
Well, thank you very much for joining with us today for our Kahului Hongwanji online YouTube service. I would like to just share a couple of announcements with you before we close the service. Next week, March 28th, we will be having our spring Ohigan major service and our family gratitude remembrance. And we will actually have an in-person service in the temple, socially distanced, of course, and all that. But we will also have the video. So, however, because we're going to use some elements of the in-person service in the YouTube video, it will be coming out a little bit later. It won't be available at 9 in the morning, but probably sometime in the afternoon, hopefully early afternoon. So please look for that if you're not able to make it to the service. And if you are interested in coming to the service, please call the temple office for more information. On April 11th, we will be having the YouTube video for the Central Maui Hanamatsuri Association's Hanamatsuri event. So we can't have the in-person one as we usually do, but it will be on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch that. It'll be kind of a fun program. And so that'll be available, and just stay tuned for more information about how to access that. It'll probably be hosted on our YouTube channel here. You'll be able to just find it on our regular YouTube channel, but otherwise we'll make sure everybody has the link. Okay, so thank you very much, and please again keep strong and keep well, and don't forget to get your vaccination if you can, and so we'll see you again next week. Please join me in Gasho as we recite the Nimbutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
One, two, 3, 4.